Okay, there's some bugs to work out, I admit. Alright, I better check this. This scares the shit out of me. Put it over here. That fucking dashboard. This scares the hell out of me. I just need to know if I had to make a quick, like, adjustment here. That's gonna be a bummer too. I am so just like this stuff should work great, and I'm terrified it's not. It's probably some bullshit update I've got on my computer or something. I don't think I have too much open. Yeah, it's just these two. Ah, fuck me. Come on. It's bad enough I forgot water when I was coming in here. Come on, dude! What are you fucking doing? Ich bin wrong. I don't know what the fuck that means. Alright, you know what? I did not think about this positioning. Okay, let's think about this. I thought I'd make some new changes here. Again, nice thing. If you can see, I don't know if this is working or not. That's my feed of it's laggy as shit on this computer. See, I can't tell. If it says I got 2 viewers. Whoever's here, I need you to talk to me a little bit. Because I'm lagging to crazy right now. And I can't tell if it's just my preview because my computer's being a pain in the ass, or if it's I want to see the feed. I gotta see the feed. Shit, just dropped out. Come on, I need somebody here. But I'm trying to wait because I want to see if. I'm trying to check it on my phone to see if it's my computer being a bitch. Okay, my phone looks alright, so we're going to go off of that. I'm going to delete this to give it less struggle. Alright, let's do this. This isn't ideal, but at least it works. Alright, that'll work. Alright, now where's my dashboard? Alright, so if anybody chats, I should see it here. Does the new camera look okay? The audio I know has like an echo. It's got it's doing something with stereo, and I can't seem to fix this. I've been farting with it for like the last hour, but you know, it's not that terrible headset I had, and I know that sounded a little better, I guess, but it also drove me up the fucking wall. This should be a little better. I'm probably going to rearrange this. This was like kind of get everything run in here real quick, and I probably might rearrange it a little bit. Because now with this camera, I have a fuck ton of cord, so I don't have to step and lean under and try to wiggle around or any of that bullshit. I got space. Dude, I really wish I knew how this sounded. We're gonna go back to the video real quick. I gotta hear how it sounds. So I should actually. Okay. There's definitely some echo back, isn't there? It's like a weird. I think it's I think it's the air conditioner blowing in. Because again, it seems to be trying to do this in like stereo or whatever. I'm sorry, I'm like now I'm gonna get echo back in my own ears because I'm listening to that. All right, let's get going. Let's get to work. I'm listening. Yeah. Okay, I can cut this off now. Take that. Take that off, okay. If you're here, if it looks like shit, if it sounds like shit, please let me know. I'm trying to work on this because I think the new camera should give you guys a little better picture. I wish I could really check it on my phone, but it's not going to give me a real clear conception on this. So, no, go down here. I want the dashboard up. All right. So, if you're here, say hello. Say hello, everybody. Yeah, say hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Oh dear, did I break wind? Jesus, Bethany, did you see the room clear out? Alright, so, besides this stuff, at least, yeah, I gotta be honest, this was the day, like, this made my day, because my day sucked. Sucked balls today. Yeah, no, it did, really. It was just, you know, normal work shit always sucks, but then I also ran into a lovely situation with Verizon, my cell phone carrier, because my wife and I bought these Samsung S9s under a very clear buy one get one. Upgrading was included in it. I mean, I checked the paperwork, and my wife checked the paperwork, making sure that there was nothing I missed that said, only for upgrades or whatever. Yeah, I was thorough. I was very thorough. And according to them, it was only for upgrades. That you had to get it out of a new line or whatever. And I was like, no, it wasn't. I checked it. And the guy's like, yeah, well, he's, other two people that you spoke to, they tried to get it through for you, but it says, the people above us said you weren't eligible. I'm like, cool. After 16 years of being your customer, so when my contract's up, I won't be anymore. Fuck you. I just fucking disconnected from the guy. I'm like, yeah, we're done. I sent a message to my wife. I'm like, yeah, when our contract's up, we're closing out all the, That's 4 phones, Verizon, you dumb fucks. You almost convinced me too, by the way, the past few months. My data seemed to have just jumped up like crazy. My data usage, even though I've been doing these same things for fucking 5 years. You guys almost got me to jump up and bump up to your unlimited plan, you dumb pieces of shit. But guess what? Not now, you fucks. Sorry. I'm driving home, thinking to myself, it's something I think a lot about sometimes where I go, Jesus, man, the way, the painting I like to do, I'd be much better off in, late 19th century France and, get to hang out with some of the guys I adore. And, sometimes you hear people, like, when they, if you hear somebody complain about, oh, I was born in the wrong century, and then someone tries to counter, yeah, but you know what you had in that century? You have, all sorts of weird diseases and death. And it's like, I think the people that try to counter at that point miss the idea that, sometimes early death isn't a terrible thing. There are a lot of people on this planet. Probably early death is probably better for them. Just saying. I was in a chicken mood. I'm a little pissed off because as far as what I was due to get in today, I got the mic and the new cord. What's cool is the mic came with its own cord that I can use to extend the new cord. So I've got this cord now. Like I said, I got lots of space. I can move this shit around. I'm gonna play with it. Tonight's just I didn't even realize it until I was moving the box. I'm like, oh shit, there's another cord in here. And I looked at it like, oh, it's an extension cord to me. But I got the camera here. It almost pretty much verified what I thought, which is really neat. It could go on that shelf on a small tripod. The tripod I thought I could put up there, unfortunately it's too big. But I gotta look around. I had a small little mini tripod. I gotta look for that. A real tiny sucker. But kind of pretty much proved to me that that's where it can go. Man, I can't look at it. Does it look better? I think it looks better, right? It's not as washed out as it was. I can't really adjust anything, though. That's the only downside. What do you do? I knew it! I fucking knew it! Anyway, sorry. I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. It was giving me updates. It was lagging for something. I'm hoping the audio is syncing up at least for the video. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't tell the people. I didn't tell the people on Discord. That's what I got to do. Let's see this painting. I mean, just on high, let's put it this way. This thing shouldn't be zooming in, like, not zooming in, but like, focusing in and out. It should be pretty solid. So that should be a big plus, I think. The downside is now you guys can actually see what my paintings look like. I'm going to lose, like, all my followers. Everybody's going to be like, Claire! You look like crap! I guess you see that more like a strong word, but you look like crap! Someday. By the way, I was completely wrong the other night when I said that I don't think it was this Wednesday that was my wife's thing, because it was this Wednesday that was my wife's thing. So that's why I was late. So I had to get the kids all ready while trying to get this set up. So I was running back and forth between the studio and here. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Just don't. Just don't. Alright. It was weird though, because the damn thing was trying to put sound through the microphone earlier. Like I was trying to check the audio quality, because it was really bad earlier. Because it was taking audio from the camera, and then I was trying to check audio from this, and it was like, as bad as this sort of sounds with the pseudo stereo going on, dude, it was horrible. It really did sound like, if you ever want to trip yourself out, get two cell phones that are in a conversation, put them up to your ears, and just start talking. It'll make it so you just can't even focus. What happened? St. Matthew's Passion. It's funny, last night I was playing, now these are going to give me trouble in a minute, right? Keep sticking on the back of my neck when I return my necklace. Anyway, I was playing Rocket League last night with my daughter's boyfriend. And I'll be honest, at first we teamed up. It was him and his buddy Will. I think Will was his name. And we were doing good. We actually did pretty well. I had to go up, put the kids to bed. They were doing something else. I think Will was leaving or something. I don't know exactly. So I just kept playing a little bit, and then Andrew's only still on, so he came back on with me. We did doubles, and I sucked. I was awful. So I went into practice mode, and I'm working on that. I just wanted to work on, like, because I was really bad, especially when it came to, like, trying to beat something in goaltender. I mean, I was just whiffing left and right. So I was like, all right, all-star goaltending practice, here we go. So I'm busting my ass on there. All these freaking invites started popping up from my son's friends. Now, they're all the kids, too, by the way, that when I took him for his 5th grade trip, they were all in my cabin, it seemed. And I think one was not, Jake, I think. It's not. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I was like ready to start sending messages to them, like, go to bed, guys. Like, it's past your bedtime, go to sleep, you know. And I'm thinking to myself, it's like I'm in the cabin again with them. Because when they're in the cabins, man, you know, on the camping trip, it was like, lights out, we're supposed to be at 11 o'clock, and, you know, lights go out, and suddenly there's all sorts of flashlights going here, there, the other way, you know. You know what? No, that's too bright. Let's go with the cabin medium here. Just a little bit. Just a few dashes, because this part's actually facing us a little, yeah, so it's like... got to run in real quick. I really love it. Somebody's here, man. I don't know who's viewing. It says somebody's viewing. Just tell me how it sounds. Tell me the picture's a little better than it used to be. I mean, I think it looks better from here, but that doesn't mean anything. I can't really, like I said, I can't pull up the full screen like I used to. Because it's causing my computer to lag. God. Weird thing for German alcohol. I'm telling you. It's bad enough my wife knows not even to turn it off when it's on. She can't stand it. Even though I was just going to make a little live layer. So. I'll get a whole 10 minutes in. That was the wrong blue. That's the blue I wanted. There we go. That's not right. Mixing it with it. That'll be fine. The one thing I was going to say, I got all this cool equipment, right? I got all that equipment, but I was supposed to get my posters today. The UPS says it will be here by the end of the day. I don't know what their end of the day is, but I figure by 9 o'clock, if that shit ain't delivered, it ain't get delivered. And that's my usual end of the day, I would say. You know? So, we'll see. Dude, you're killing me. CW released a thing for this coming year's trailers or whatever for what their schedule will be like. So I don't think I'm going to change much here because I'll just have to. If I were to try to meet it, I'm going to end up having to like tear everything away. Like it's all going to have to be different, and I don't want to do that here. I've been keeping a pretty good schedule, and I don't want to fuck with it at all. So we'll stick with the schedule here, and I'll just on demand all their stuff. Supergirl on Sunday nights is like really weird for me. Like they're sending Supergirl out against Walking Dead. Like even if it's 8 o'clock, it's Walking Dead reruns. You wouldn't really do that. You trying to kill the show?
And the cold still. One look at me again. I still haven't had my fun fill. It is Sunday. What's that sound?
Alright, little drip, little drip, little drip, little drip, little drip.
Thinking about it in some horse bells. One more quirky cliche phrase. You're the one I wanna refill. It's Sunday. What's that sound? It's Sunday. What's that sound?
I'm trying to mix in a little bit of that in there. A little bit of that too. I want more of that.
And it's Sunday. What's that sound? It's Sunday. What's that sound?
Alright, there we go. That was like a little. Should have a little bit of a, you know, a little bit of space there. Alright, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna quick run in, give the kids kisses goodnight. I think my wife got home. So let me do that real quick. We'll be back here. We'll be here until 10:30 tonight, because I was late starting. And I should usually go to 10:30 anyway, but. So, yeah, give me a few moments. I'll be right back with the kids' bed. Pushing. This will be a downside. This will be a downside. You're gonna do it again, aren't you? Fuck. Controls are laggy. I apologize. I feel like I'm playing Rocket League. Fix your servers. Anyway, I will say in my defense last night, like I said, I was playing really badly. Somebody actually accused Andrew of being a smurf because he was ranking higher than me in every game and doing much better than I was. And so he was a smurf, and I was like, well, in my defense too, it was like the computer was lagging, like not the computer, the PlayStation 4 was lagging to all fucking get out. I wish Mike was here. He'd tell me exactly how this is terrible. Yeah, I'm not happy 100% right now with this setup. I think there's a way I can actually go over the easel. I might have to just rearrange some stuff in here. Like my hat rack here might need to move somewhere else. You guys can sort of see what the hat's like that way. Who am I talking to? There's nobody fucking here. You guys all left. I'm going to be right back. Maybe I need to like just race it with that. Yeah, let's get a lot more forward. I need peoples. That ain't working either. Great. I'm gonna shut down the fucking Chrome entirely. Yeah, let's put that out there. I said, trying out new equipment on Twitch. No. There. Hmm. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot punch. Well, that's good to hell I thought. No wonder I didn't fucking send the Twitch, but there we go. Yes. Oh, it didn't put the link. That's interesting. Black Tarantula! It's 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot punch! Alright. Oh! Yeah, this one's got to be moved a little bit. But again, I have lots of cord, I got lots of room. I can rearrange all of this right now. See, before, this is all set up in a way that I had to. I mean, I had no choice in where I could put this shit. You know, my easel pretty much can only move a little bit in any one direction from here. But I got like 10 foot or something more of HDMI cord, so I can screw around with the camera, and because it's got a good zoom, I can put the fuck back there if I wanted to a little bit, you know? Probably won't, but I don't think it's going to give me any better angle without getting my big fat fucking head in the way. technically even get away. It's not ideal. But I could probably get away with like even moving the computer. Since I really can't run everything at the same time, I'm going to keep bouncing my nose. This will become very entertaining if you actually want to see me injure myself. One thing I can do is just boom. Boom! Boom microphone! There we go. This is going to be a little better. Got this in the top 10. Please allow me to bump thee. I'm stepping tall, y'all, and just like Humpty Dumpty, you're gonna fall when the stereos pump me. I like to rhyme, I like my beats funky, I'm spunky. Like my oatmeal lumpy, I'm sick with this. Straight gangsta Mac. Sometimes I get ridiculous. Save up all your crackers and your licorice. Hey yo, fat girl, come here, are you ticklish? Yeah, I called you fat. Look at me, I'm skinny. No, I'm not. Busy, I'm a freak. I like the girls with the bone. I once got busy in a Burger King bathroom. I'm crazy. It's a lunacy. They say I'm ugly, but it just don't faze me. Still getting in the girls' pants, and I even got my own dance. Oh, dude, I wonder if I get like really trippy. If I got another one, and then I have to get another capture card too, like a secondary camera. Right, and then like I could put it so this way, since I'm getting in the way here. And I admit that, I know that. But I can like maybe like put a camera over here, but it only focuses on like one half of the thing. So this way when I'm here, you can still see that thing. And then like this one would focus over here, but maybe I put like a little bit over this one. And then it'd be like, you know, you get both sides. Nope, wrong one. We broke color out on the brush. That's alright. My nose is large. I get stupid. I should narrow like you, but I use the word don't mean nothing. Like Luke did, I sang on Do What You Like, and if you missed it, I'm the one who sings just rum in the biscuits. I also told you that I like to fight. Well, yeah, I guess it's obvious. I also like to rap. All you had to do was give Humpty a chance, and I'm going to do my dance. The Humpty dance is your chance. Yeah, sexy baby. Baby. I'd love to see somebody's reaction. Is it because I didn't tell everybody to come say hi? I don't know. I'll try to like be more like, I'm gonna be way over here. This feels so unusual. I'm just trying to make sure you guys can see it. Because damn it, man, the thing looks good. A little bit about myself. I'll tell you a little bit about this. At least I think it does. Like I'm gonna have to wait for the fucking till I can export this. So I can see what it really looks like. That's alright, cause my body's in motion. It's supposed to look like a fit or a commotion. Anyone can play this game. This is my dance, y'all. Humpty Dump's my name. No two people will do it the same. You got it down. You appear to be in pain, humping, funkin', jumping, jigging around, shaking your rump, and when you do the boom, puts a finger like a stump. Tell him step off. Do the hump. The Humpty dance is your jam. Yeah. Do the Humpty hump. Do the Humpty hump. Humpty hump. We'll do the Humpty hump. I'm sure he won't see this because he's actually probably recording a Black Troubles episode right now. But I gotta give a shout out to my buddy Jason. I saw the karaoke bit that you were using to de-stress for everything going on at J1Con. Fucking awesome, dude. Love you. That's all. I'm just gonna say that. I wish I could go, dude. I really do. I think I'm so set. I was so set on it, and then financially we went to shit. was trying so hard to make sure I had stuff for this.
I think it looks good, right?
It looks better, right? It has. You gotta admit, it looks better. Admittedly, this is not my like final choice camera. I won't lie about that. Like, my final choice camera would be like if I can fucking get a bunch of viewers, you know, in time over the future, somewhere, you know, in the some dystopian future where, you know, people actually want to watch me paint. What a nightmarish place that must be. Filled with psychopaths. Y'all are crazy, man. I'm crazy. What's funny too is I actually don't know. People could literally pop back on here, and the delay is so strong. I have no clue. I'm all excited too to watch some shit. Like I said, an absolute worst case scenario. I mean, it's focused. Yeah, like not constantly having to go. Hold on. And that's a plus, right? That is a plus. Love of mine, someday you will die, but I'll be close by. Follow you into the dark, no blinding light, or colors to gaze upon. Just our hands clasped tight, waiting for a hint of a spark. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the notes on their vacancy sides. If there's no one beside you in your soul marks, and I'll follow you to the dark. Catholic school, as vicious as Roman rule. I got my knuckles bruised by a lady in black. I held my tongue as she told me, son, here is the heart. So I never went back. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the notes on their signs. There's no one beside you, so folks, I'll follow you to God. You and me have seen everything to see, from Bangkok to Calgary, and the souls of your ships are all worn down. The time for sleep is now. It's nothing to cry about, 'cause we'll hold each other soon when the black is the room. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the notes on their vacancy sides. If there's no one beside you and your soul walks, I'll follow you to God. I'll follow you to God. Oh, shit, I forgot. It's not on here. So I'm having trouble with it. It's not on the,
Just can't find it. Flashlight, I will never dance. Flashlight, flashlight, flashlight. Na 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 na. Oh, it's not bad. Slide and light, neon light, stop light, never lay me down to sleep. Guess I'll go back to sleep. Oh, I will never dance. Nobody's come to say hi to Daddy. Most of all, oh, funk me. Flashlight.
I was watching a clickbaity video today. It was one of these things by someone who they watched Avengers 3, Infinity War, and they're thinking that there's Infinity War's caused some problems for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. How are they going to do the next Spider-Man movie if Peter Parker is... We'll stay occupied because I'm trying not to spoil it. Come on, by now everybody saw the... I don't feel so well, Mr. Stark. Anyway. Even if it's in the movie. But it's trying to play all this stuff like, oh, there's no way they can work their way around this. Read the fucking graphic novel. None of them were finished. I don't care if you haven't seen the movie. Look, a lot of people die in it. Let's just put it that way. I'm not going to get specifics on who. But at this point, if you don't know that, you're helpless at this point. A lot of the main characters kick the bucket. I won't say who. But, it's sinking again on me, isn't it? Hold on. Oh, I already got fucked up the boom mic with that. Look at that. Alright, let's try to clean that up a little bit. Oh, I got it all over my fingers, that's why.
Down, sleep. I guess I'll go back to sleep. Oh, fuck me. Spotlight, spotlight. Nobody's got a little light inside.
But they're like, oh, well, this person died. They can't do this movie, or they can't do this one. It's like, dude, read the goddamn graphic novel. Like, get out. Everybody comes back. Now they may actually get rid of a few people because of contracts, or they'll find like an alternate way, like like oh, it's a different cap now or something. I don't consider that spoilery at this point. That graphic novel's been around for a very long time. Everybody who saw the movie should have quick run out and grabbed it. I mean, even I was like, I hadn't read this, I think I picked it up when, might have been when the first Avengers came out. Frank at the comic shop I go to, it was like, yeah, this Avengers not even read the Infinity War. I was like, dude, actually, I was like, you know what? Like, yeah, because this is one of those comics I feel like everybody should have read, and I haven't read it. I guess not.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Now, somebody wiser than me would have to advise on this, but I couldn't help but notice the Wu-Tang Clan has a very large presence in the Luke Cage season. Method Man was on season 1. They had like Ghostface Killer. They had a couple of songs this season. I guess I am.
Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Wu-Tang 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 Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Alright, come on. We got an hour left. Let's get somebody fucking in here. I'll say this when it comes to my my posters, and since this will be here, I ain't rushing through this one. Whatever. Let's see if these fucks change it. In transit Thursday now by the end of the day, you fucks. You pieces of shit. Look out there, just the other side of the door. We're getting married, giving me looks that make my heart warm. I figured it was too good to be true. Started walking her around. Alright, so what I was gonna say And since they fucked it up and they're not coming tonight anyway, I'll mention this a few times, especially if I see anybody actually viewing. But if you catch us on the YouTube channel or whatever, first tell me how you like the new image compared to the older fucking ones. Nobody's here telling me about it. I know, it's a grind. Twitch is a grind, and I gotta stick with it. Cope. I bet it will gain a fucking... Well, I got one new like this week on the Facebook page. Or maybe, I don't know. The guitar player what I'm going to do for this first set, though, they're going to be $12. I can't do it for less than 12 because I'm just looking at... I got to buy tubes for shipping. I got to pay for the shipping. I got to do all that shit. So I figure I'll just do $12. There's no additional charge for shipping because it's basically all going to be in there, the packaging and the shipping and all that shit. But I'm going to try to make it a little more valuable, or at least this first run. Okay. So the first run of these posters are going to be signed and authenticated. They're going to be literally marked. First run, 1 of 50, or 5 of 50, whatever. I'm going to label them all. I'm going to sign them all. I'm going to get a fucking certificate of authenticity made up, and so I can print it home, unfortunately, so I have to feel bad. But it's, I'm going to make them look good. Well, if they look good. They look like shit, I ain't got something, but I just need the cash. Don't want to do that, but if they look like shit, I'd rather not go out. But if they look decent, they look good, I'm going to, like I said, number them, authenticate them, I will sign them. I'm thinking, just maybe, I'll drop in a random drawing. Come on, dude, I don't want to listen to this shit. That shit I put on for my daughter. I wish I could get this fucking... That's it. I won't be around. Yep. I wonder if it's... I just wonder if I can move this over a little bit. There's a camera. I mean, it's not going to be tonight. Okay, I'm going to play with this stuff. It's all about the new stuff to figure out what we got and how we can manipulate it. That is your lost company. Wait and see. I want to be around. Yeah. Let's see. Puzzle fits so fine. And that's when I'll discover that revenge is. As I sit there applauding from a front row seat. Somebody breaks your heart like you broke mine. That's when I'll just... So I wish I could really get this, like, there's nobody here, so I wish I could fucking explain this to people about how good, like, I already came, like, when I came home today, it was a little after 6 o'clock. My stuff was on the table, so they brought in for me. And I went downstairs, opened the box, put it in the computer so I could get to work. And, downloaded the drivers I needed to get this thing popping. All right, worked good. I tested it out, came out here, set it all up so it was ready to go. And, when I get the kids done and ready, because my wife was away, for her meeting thing or whatever. And I was like, all right, test it all out. It's like, so really, before I even came on tonight, I already put in about an hour's worth of work just getting this thing set up. wish people understood it. As long as you hear it, say it.
Told me I meet girls like you. She also told me stay away, you'll never know what you'll catch. Just the other day I heard soldiers crawling on some Indonesian junk that's going round. Mommy's alright, daddy's alright, they just seem a little weird. Surrender, but don't give yourself away. Bumble says your mother's right, she's really up on things. She also told me,
That's right.
that the wangs in the Philippines. Now I had heard the wangs recruiting old maids for the war.
I keep forgetting it says that. I can't see it on my phone, I can't tell. I can't go full screen on my phone. Really piss off my wife. Hey look, I'm viewing myself! I'm a viewer! That's what I need to do, start cranking up my views. I'll falsely crank up my views. I'll go up to, turn on my Mac and have it watching me and have this watching me, and then I'll have a couple fake views. Will that work? Probably does, right? It's shady as shit. That's not cool. There. Of course, it's not. Oh, and I'm a moron. Yeah, it'll work. I don't know.
Let boys be boys, slang. Sound right. Right, cause wow. Oh my God, I'm so high.
So, I mean, at least there's a little bit of movement here I can do. Like I said, but I think I want to move this either coming this way, which requires moving that air conditioner, which I can't do unfortunately right now. Maybe over this thing, maybe back here. There's a couple places I can screw around with this that I would like to try. I think I can even go higher. So I could actually like boom it over and like down. I don't know. There's a couple things I think I can pull off, but I want to. It's going to be a few days of transition. Let's put it that way. But I'm not going to step on that fucking cord when I stand up anymore. That's a good thing, right? Alright, saying there's viewers here. Listen, I need some help, guys. How's it look? How's the sound? The sound might be a little wacky. I know that, but I'm trying to work on it, so. A little feedback would be helpful. The chair's next. Your next chair. and 3 viewers drop out like that. Poof! Jesus Christ, all I needed was a fucking little bit of feedback, fuckers. I didn't know how the new camera's looking.
It's still undisputed.
And I'm extra profane tonight, it's because today was a shitty fucking day, so. I mean, this may be a little better, but now the fact I can't see anything, I can't tell how much better it is. If it's worse or what. Nothing else. What the hell is that thing? Spin wheel? I don't even know what that is. Do I push it? Spin wheel settings. I literally don't know. I may have just ruined the feed. Oh. I'm trying to see. I really can't tell. I'm trying to see if it's better looking. I mean, it looks like it should be better. I'm going to mix this in a little more. I want it to be... Because if you look at it, there's a very strong orangey touch in there. So I want to make it more that the orange becomes the noticeable strokes, I guess. And having this be a few, like, not all mixed in with the yellow. You know, like, a couple spots will be the yellow ochreish mix that we had earlier. And the yellow can become more prevalent as we get closer here.
Why must I chase the cat?
Nothing but the dog. Man, oh man, no. Maybe I should have been clearer. I should have been like, how's the camera look? I don't know. Now I gotta wait till fucking tomorrow when I'm trying to edit everything on the YouTube page. Not that I edit a lot. I don't take anything out. So even all the be right backs and all that shit, all that sticks around. Audio picks up pretty well, right? I mean, I think so, right?
Cause I chase the cat. Now get me.
Even when I'm kind of like away from it. What's his name would be a cool one to have here. I don't know which follower it was. Now, somebody followed me early on. It's like an audio dude. That's like literally what he did. I mean, I know I eventually have to break down and get one of those like audio pods, you know. I know that. I know that I have to do that eventually. This is pretty convenient. This does have a lot of advantages right now. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's better. All right. Yeah, I'm going to stick in this. Alright, so let's see, what else can I talk about now? Now I gotta entertain myself. I thought somebody would be in here like, hey, nice new camera. I could talk about that shit or something. But... Alright, let's see. Anybody else following? I know there's nobody here. What am I talking about? I'm talking to myself. Fuck it, I'm talking. But then when someone sneaks in, I won't know because there's a bad delay on this thing. And then I won't have anything nice to, like, they won't be entertained at all. I don't know. I guess I'll just keep jabbering on. Anyway, I've been digging the hell out of 100 Days of Practice by, no, not that either. By Hillary Hahn, she's been doing that. It's pretty cool. It's cool to see somebody that, you know, is like fucking master in their craft, like working on like basic shit. Like if you watch these things, you'll see her do like, you know, I can't say simple stuff. I have no fucking clue how hard it is, but like compared to when you see her really play, it looks simple comparatively. See that? That's pretty cool. Because usually, like, all right, like I'll even go back to like say, what the hell was it? Fucking, I watched something regarding Black Sabbath a while back. I think I mentioned it on here before because I loved the special because it was like, at one point Ozzy was literally just like kind of yelling a lot like some of the older guys at the Phillies would yell at each other. Like it's him and Tony Iommi just kind of shouting at each other. Not necessarily angry at each other, just shouting at each other. I don't know if I can focus this. I like it. They're just shouting at each other, like they're two old guys screaming at each other. That really cracks me up. But the thing is, when you see that they're working on an album or whatever, they're working on a recording, and for the most part, you don't see the practice part of it. You know, you're seeing the recording bit, but you're not really seeing. Yeah, I think at one point, like, Tony's fiddling around a little bit or something like that. That's about it. There's no real, like, here he is practicing, if that makes any sense. And, that's why I kind of like digging this 100 Days of Practice, because she's literally, like, doing, again, I can't say they're simple stuff. No. I couldn't do it, but, yeah. But doing, you know, just finger exercises and shit, it's pretty cool. So there's a recommendation for people. It's much more entertaining than the shit I do, let's put it that way. I look at it, I'm like, nothing here tonight. So to fucking focus on everything else. Hopefully with the extra day this weekend I can do something recording music-wise to have something sort of interesting and unique here. I don't know. The problem is it takes me a really long time to get something that I consider acceptable. Like I like to fiddle around, like when I'm screwing around with GarageBand, I will fiddle around with it for hours for like 15 seconds of music. Just to get it like the way I want it to be. Which is not exactly, you know, And it's amazing to think I work slower in music than I do in paint, but I do.
And before you sleep, I'm still
Blackwater Stout, baby. Oh, so good. Sorry. I can't wait. We're going to the Renaissance Fair. My sister's up. It's like the weekend right before she goes home, I think, actually. So again, my mother's birthday. We're going to the Renaissance Fair. Can't wait for that Blackwater Stout, baby. And I just had it too. I mean, it's not like I just had it. I had it in June. Usually it's a full year between them, but got there a little early this year for the Celtic Fling. I think that's something my wife and I are definitely doing again next year. Whether or not the children come with us, though, that's the question. I don't know. Party wants to leave them. Send them with their sister. And Allie watching. And if she's working, let Andrew watch.
Oh, baby, broke the looking glass. 7 years of bad luck. Good things in the past. When you believe in things you don't understand, and you suffer. Superstition ain't the way. Hey, hey. Ooh, very superstitious. Wash your face and hands. Let me know the problem in all that she can. Keep me in the dream.
I think
Keep me fucking song. We don't want no saving. Sad is my song. When you believe in things that you don't understand, and you suffer, superstition.
nobody's here. I'm singing like Skull. Fuck it.
Ah! Man. Very superstitious. Nothing more to say. I was on the way.
Trying to figure out which way I have to move this camera a little bit. A little bit. That's a little bit.
Some bad luck. Good things in the past. When you believe in things you don't understand, and you suffer. Superstition ain't the way. Hey, hey. No, no, no. Yes.
My cousin Casey shared something, and I think she tagged her mother in it too, where she was talking about It's like this article says supposedly like psychologists say that if you put up your holiday decorations early, it makes you happier or something like that. And for me, every time I see that article posted, because I've seen it a few times by a couple friends, I immediately start talking about Halloween. So I started doing, started posting like photos of Jack Skellington and stuff.
We just want to party. Party this week.
See, again, I can't pull up the live stream like I used to be able to do, because it's causing my computer to lag. But at least looking at what my preview window looks like, it looks like you can see this shit a little better than you would have been able to on the old cameras.
Nobody sleeping now. Don't catch you sleeping now. Look what I'm doing now. This is America. Don't catch you sleeping now. Look now. It's America. I got a carrot. I'm so bored. Everybody, you want to test somebody. Grandmas, get your money, get your money.
I'm like exhausted. So I'm sitting here like long before I even came on, trying to get the shit up and running with the new stuff. So pretty.
Cover band. Get your money.
The way I figure it is, the color up towards the front is going to be significantly lighter. So we're kind of putting this darker, like I said, putting the yellow much brighter up towards the front.
Is very, very extraordinary. Is he?
Hey, that's. They don't have one here. Let's see what they have. First search on. Closing house. It's the 100 days of practicing. About another half hour to go. Probably not going to get much more done than this layer of sand, you know, kind of where it's supposed to be when this done. I said, I won myself out. Trying to get all this shit ready. Fucking better critiquing than apparently. People keep popping in, keep popping out. And I don't know if is the stream bad? Is it? I can't tell. Can we fucking? Oh, just don't know. Whatever. I gotta look. I gotta see what it is. And like I said, my stream could be shit, and I wouldn't even know. Audio doesn't sound great. It sounds like there's something else trying to pick up audio, and I can't figure out where it is. There, you can hear the wind. Like I've muted every other microphone or potential microphone out of the mix or whatever, so I don't know what I can do. Okay. I wanted to see if it would let me, since I'm viewing right now on my dashboard, it's going to tell me I'm a viewer. It's going to do it. Like since I'm on my phone, I should say. That sucks, man. I guess it's because I'm kind of close. You know, I've been doing this now for about 5 months. I'm streaming now. I'm at 38 followers. I really want to get to 50 and try to get an average of 3 viewers. The bump up in the camera helped out a little bit, you know? I don't know. So, I know it's not the, like, super duper duper perfect camera, and the system, like the laptop I'm working on is, I'm straining it right now. I know that. I'm pushing it at its limit. I was looking at some desktops that I could potentially leave in here. That's the thing. That's the other thing too. I'm always running back and forth with the laptop. One of these days I'm going to damage it. I know it. I know one of these days I'm going to run out of here. The cord's going to stick and catch the door handle or something and yank out like it did when my kids were fucked up their laptop for a while. It's not popping like it did, the old microphone did. That's good. Just that it's echoey a little bit. I can't figure out where it's from. And it's not spinning wheels on my phone. I know if I put it on my laptop, it would spin, like if I were doing the view on there, it would be spinning wheels right now. Like I saw it earlier. So I don't know if it's spinning wheels on other people because I was really responding to it. I don't know if the capture card is too much for the processor and shit. Like, I mean, just trying to look at what I can see from here. Because again, I can't do full screen on my phone. Because the switch just turns it like it's still half a screen and puts all the dashboard shit or the chat off to the side, so I can't really look at it. So I can't look there, and I can't hold up like it's on the actual laptop because it starts causing lag on the OBS system right now. And like I said, it could be the fact that maybe it's really showing a good picture quality, and everybody's realizing my art looks like shit. That's a possibility. It's a very real possibility. And that's not like, I'll be honest, I'm not, it may sound like it, and it may sound like even more what I'm saying. I'm not fishing for compliments. It's generally the way I feel about work. I wish I knew whether this. I can't see what it is as far as if it is an improvement until tomorrow. And that's just unfortunately what I'm stuck with. It might picks up a lot of stuff. I mean, unfortunately, it's picking up all the air and stuff that. Hopefully soon it'll stop being like 1,000 degrees outside, and then I won't have the air conditioner running all the time. I mean, I told my wife, I will say this, I don't know whether it runs any quieter or it could be louder for all I know, but I saw a very nice, it was a portable air conditioner, heater, dehumidifier. It was like $450, I think. But it's big enough it would definitely cool this room down on its own, so I wouldn't have to run the fan too. And even if it was something I could put on and leave, like during the day, so it would keep it cool in here, and then, come home, get ready for streaming, and then I can just leave it, turn it off and leave it in here on its own. That'd be pretty hot.
Grandma told me to get your money.
My grandma never told me to get my money because she died before I knew her. Like, I was a baby. I mean, she knew me, I guess you could say, but I didn't know her. My other grandmother died long before I was born. So. That's what I try to tell my kids, actually. I try to, sometimes they get a little funny, with their grandparents, and it's like, dude, you know what? I want to explain to them, you got them. I don't want to say take advantage of them. That sounds wrong. That's not what I mean. But like. Enjoy your time. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying. Enjoy your time. So this is very hard because I'm trying to make sure that everything's still streaming cleanly, and I'm listening to myself at delay. See if this shipment. See, this is why I'm suspicious. I'm saying it's back going to be tomorrow, and now I mean it is 10 o'clock. I have to assume it's back to wherever, in transit back to Philadelphia. So I assume it's going back to the distribution center. But see, my wife and I, there was something we had ordered. I can't remember what it was. It was somewhere around Christmas time. There was something we had ordered. And I'll be honest, it was definitely something I didn't want sitting on the fucking front stoop all night, kind of thing. And I remember I checked before I went downstairs at like 9:30, and it definitely wasn't there yet. And then I stayed up late. I'll be honest, I can't remember if I was painting or not. If it was before I started streaming it, because I didn't start streaming until like, what's it, March? I guess March, February. It was March. So I was like, all right, I gotta. This instinct told me like, go look outside, so I did right before going upstairs to bed. And sure enough, that fucking thing was right outside my door. I'm like, you pieces of shit! I don't know when the hell you delivered this, But you assholes dropped it off, like, Look, it's like, if I had an actual, like, front porch, like my parents got a nice little front porch, a little railing, so you can't really, if you're just walking past their house, you might not see something just sitting on their porch. You know what I mean? Especially if the lights are off or whatever outside, or like it won't look like anything more than the normal clutter that's on their fucking front porch area. That being said, like for me, I got a stoop. I don't have a front porch. I got a stoop. I got 3 steps and a front door. That's it. There's no real space. So you just leave something on my fucking porch, and everybody walking past my neighborhood sees it. So it's a little annoying when I do that. When technique feels uncoordinated, it's a good time. It's good to take the time to rebuild and redesign. Yes, anybody's paying attention, I am painting with my wrong hand. I just am painting with my right hand, which is wrong. Wow, that's loud. Wow, that's loud. Okay. Alright. You know what? I am thinking it's all over when I go out drinking. Oh, making my mind slow. That's why I don't fuck with the big bum, bro. Got to maintain.
Can't take much more.
Here we go. Now, 1, nothing wrong with me. 2, nothing wrong with me. 3, nothing wrong with me. 4, 1, something's got to give. Something's got to give. Here's what I'm thinking has to exist in this area. Some of this lighter blue tone we made that, for the lighter bits of sand that were like mixed out in the shadowy area. Some of the stuff right here. I'll put a few notes. I'm gonna need to come through a little bit. If for nothing else, is like a carry on to link it all together. Make it look a little cleaner. Sis. Here we go. 1, wrong with me. 2, nothing wrong with me. 3, nothing wrong with me. 4, nothing wrong with me. Something's got to give. No! Let the bodies hit the floor. 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 I gotta be honest, the part about this song that I feel the most connected to is the whole something's gotta give shit. Because damn it all, I'm getting frustrated sometimes with... Like, look, like I said, I've been actively trying to leave this fucking job now that I've been at for... How long I've been trying to leave, not how long I've been at the job, how long I've been trying to leave. Been at the job almost fucking 7 full years now. 7 years in December. Yeah, it started in 2011. But like, I've been looking for a job before my breakdown. It was one of the things that caused the breakdown was the fact that I could not seem to find a job. I'm gonna get an interview, and that hasn't changed. That's kind of a bother. It's very disheartening, let's put it that way. And like, it's not even that, like, I don't know. It's bad enough I can't seem to get a call back on anything. But like, even a lot of stuff I look at, I'm just looking at going, it's the same thing I do here. And maybe they're better. Maybe it's a better place. But I'm so paranoid, I'm so afraid now at this point to try it that, I'm convinced that it's not going to be any better. It's going to be just as bad, if not worse. Because so far, if you followed my career path, if you followed like the way things have gone as far as, okay, I'm going to change my stars, so to speak, Ever since I got laid off from that company, Conexa, my jobs have gotten worse and worse and worse in how I view them, like, especially. And you can say that's your attitude, but that's not the attitude. What I mean by this is that when it comes to how a personality match goes, that's where I really want to sit. They get worse and worse. The exception, I will say, is that, at least with Quest, I didn't have to necessarily interact with anybody. I could literally put my headphones on, turn on my iPod, now do my phone, I guess, and shut them all out. Because a lot of people there were a lot of people that, they're nice people, and I'm not trying to sound mean. That's not really what I'm the mean one. Like they didn't It didn't gel with me. And I know it's me. I should say that I didn't gel with them. I'll put it out. You know? That's a better way to put it. I didn't gel with them. And I know that. I know that was me. But there were a lot of people I did like. And, you know, for the most part, I've been in touch with all of them since then. Lost Miss Therese. I can't seem to get a hold of her. So I always forget. Their email's funky and forget the initial. So I haven't been able to keep track of Miss Therese for a long time. And I'll be honest, I mean, I talked with my one friend Kenny there, and maybe he tells her some of the stuff that went on. I don't know, but like, I actually don't want to even bum down Miss Therese for shit that happened to me. I don't want her to know about how like absolutely fucking brainless I got.
Rap show, be pure. Take your song.
Alright. I don't know if this sounds racist. But it's not racist against black people. It's not that way. It's actually racist against myself, I guess. I don't know how that counts. But listening to Rapture right now, if you listen to the rap part of this from Blondie, that's gotta be one of the worst examples of white people rapping ever, right? Like, that's like one of the absolute fucking worst. There are, you know, on a rare occasion, decent white rappers, very rarely. Eminem and Macklemore, Beastie Boys, and Everlast are about this longest I can come up with. That's about maybe third base, maybe. And I'm debating. I haven't heard it in a long time. That was her name, right? Third base. I think so. Maybe, but that's about where it stops. This is just one of the worst examples. Though. This is like This is your Uncle Bob trying to rap at a wedding. Don't train your brain, just train the brain in the rain. Yeah, like, come on.
Sure shot. I'm eating cars, eating bars, and now he only eats guitars. Look out!
I get the feel like Fab Five Freddy was like, yeah, sure, Blondie, you can rap. Sure, Debbie, go for it. And meanwhile, he's like, Grandmaster Flash, come here, let's listen to this shit. See, if you guys ever question the fact that, like, you know, well, you always try to rap along and you suck at it, like, I know so badly, you have no idea. I have to listen to this shit again when it's over. You guys have to understand that. I gotta put it up on fucking YouTube, and sometimes I forget what I said, and yeah, especially if there was like a good conversation when somebody actually interacts. And then I have to think of it, like I have to go back and I listen to it, and unfortunately I'm always forced to listen to parts where I'm singing, and I know I sound like Scuttle. It's your guys' punishment for not interacting with me. You guys want it to stop, get me to 50 followers. Get me 3 viewers to talk. And that shit'll stop. Alright, we're gonna stop this. Because I was actually going to shut down a few minutes early and I realized it's fucking 30 already. So, yeah, whatever. Nobody's talking. everybody. Thanks for notes. So maybe tomorrow somebody can tell me whether or not this shit looks better or worse or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, nothing wrong. Goodbye. Good night. Just off.